the
like, there's
quarterback.
no one in there. I'm like, you gotta go
So
live.
one timeout left for the Patriots.
Just go
Where
live.
they get
once
the
they
football
expect,
is
like,
Crushaw.
people to come in.
Again, has been an expert at delivering the coffin corner
Because I
kick,
told
if you
him
will.
once you're
And you see Vrabel talking
make the
to
live
Jones,
the way
who's
you
as
want it to be,
dynamic
and
as
then
we've
upload
seen
it.
in the National Football League in some time. We've had two great ones, obviously Mims as well, but Jones, I think, is number one, maybe all time.
Yeah, all time as far as career average, 14.3 yards.
Patriots
per return.
versus Denver,
So are you
mate.
giving
We're
him his
gonna
ball? If
fucking
you do,
crush
you give it to
the
him inside
Patriots,
of the
mate.
8-yard
You,
line with
you
a
know
high
how we
bound.
do it.
Otherwise,
You
you don't
know
kick it to him.
Likes to
do
put it down that right sideline very effectively. This one heading toward the left, and fair caught at the 10 by Jones. All right, Tracy, we got it.
Jim, consider the
Touch
league's
my ball.
most prestigious honor. One man proud to be a voter for the Walter
You wish
Payton
you could,
NFL Man of the Year award.
Thanks, May, on our MVP. These coaches up for Coach of the Year. Let's see, 1st and 10, they're going to go ground. Stevenson with Singleton there.
Yeah, boy.
Roach.
This is such a unique situation. There's so much to talk about, I feel like, right here, Jim, where you've got to protect the football. It's really loud down in there, and he wants you to speed up. You hand it off to protect the younger quarterback, but we know he's an MVP candidate. You trust him fully, right? Yes. But we're also going against one of the best defenses in the National Football League, good on all three levels. How this next 2 plays turn out is going to be huge.
2nd and 5. On the middle, and Henry, we were just talking about the nominee for the Walter Payton Award, unable to make that catch. The Patriot nominee. That stops the clock here, Tony.
That's why I said these next 2 plays are going to be huge, because now all of a sudden Denver's going to get an opportunity, if they get stopped, to get points. You go ahead and get a 1st down, 2 or 3. They don't get the ability to get points, and you can go score.
What a job this year by Vance Joseph. NFL honors, he's up for Assistant Coach of the Year. He's already been the winner of that name by the Pro Football Writers this week. 3rd and 5.
Hello, Pod Squad. Hello, Mike.
And they have that timeout to use. Surtain able to
bat.
just end it right away. And the Broncos are able to stop them with 57 seconds to go in.
Who y'all got?
There's only so
Denver or
many
you got
games
the
that we've
Patriots?
done
No,
this
I'm
year
not
that
British.
It feels like each play, each 1st down matters so much.
Well, I do
because we know this is
partake
gonna
in
be
some
low scoring,
crumpets
so
here from
any
time to
points, which is
time.
why we thought Denver should have kicked the field goal.
But sometimes I
on that
still
4th
lie.
down earlier, because points are going to be hard to come by today. And right there, that drop by
26
Henry,
feet.
that possibly gets points
Very
for
fast.
Denver if they can go down and convert.
Shake that
And
fucking
obviously
ass.
field position right here.
Remember last week against the Bills, they scored 10 points in the last 22 seconds.
That's right. That's part of the reason the big reason.
Denver got the ball back.
half.
We're watching the championship game
the kick
between
by
Denver Broncos and the Patriots.
Mims goes up the middle and tries to take on a few Patriots, including long snapper Julian Ashby. 41-yard punt. We're back in 30 after this from Uber Eats.
See.
Food. Food.
You're cheering on the Bulls? Huh?
Don't you have somewhere else? It's all food, Bradley! Are you in the mood for some food?
Are you in the mood for some food?
All right, Stidham faces a moment here. No timeouts. 48 seconds. You got Will Lutz. Got a big leg. You're going to take the snap near midfield.
Get
It's
out,
a big
throw
game.
shallow
The
cross
Patriots
right
go to the
underneath.
Super Bowl or no?
Oh,
my
Yeah,
God.
come on, keep it going.
Yeah. Stay field goal range now. Let's go.
The tearaway
Right
part
there.
of his uniform helped as Gibbons
They're
could
right,
not bring
right
him
at the field goal
down.
line.
That's a big play. They get out of the huddle, and you're going to see real quick, just shallow crosses, people run across the field, and then a burst.
Cross?
The back, and Gibbons being in the game because
No,
Spillane
right
is
by
out.
the first down, it said field goal line.
They needed that tackle because now they get themselves almost in field goal range, and
Almost
they
in field
stop
goal
the clock
range,
with that
but
play.
not
I think you could argue they're already in field goal range,
really
albeit
close,
it'd be 58
Close,
from
but not
here.
that close.
It's cold. Slight breeze.
Designs on getting a lot closer, though, is Stidham.
Throw it away.
There it is, the throwaway with
He's
Humphrey
taking his
in the
time.
area. Boy, he had time. That was maybe the most time he's had in the pocket so far in this game.
That was the play. You're exactly right. But that was the exact same play that he threw the touchdown at the end of the half. I thought Sean called that one a little earlier. He needs about 10 more yards. So New England was very prepared. They dropped to Tampa 2, got everyone out of there. But it was the exact same play call, protection that they scored on at the end of the half last week. I still think they need another 5 yards to feel a little bit more comfortable.
He don't like it. Sly Goblin.
Oh, not the Louis Frito play. Oh, Jim, this is your favorite.
We're super
You know what that
Goblins.
means? Wide open and out of bounds is Sutton with the catch. There's your 5 or 6 yards you wanted.
Exactly. That's because now you can try and get a first down. If they play to not give up the first down, you can take your shot to the end zone, kick the field goal after that. You got a lot of options now.
I'm headshot, and if needed, don't come near me. I will
These are the situations you go over and over in practice. Make the difference.
How much trust do you
Go Josh Allen.
on your
Even though we
quarterback on
lost
this play?
next season,
They're playing a
Next
little
season, we
tougher.
gotta
The guys
pop
are
off.
back here. So I'm still just trying to get the first
We got to
down.
heal, come back stronger.
Looking to go up top. Now rolling away. And he lost a yard or two. Brought it down to 24
Right
seconds
there.
and about a
Right there.
54-yard field goal attempt it'll be.
I thought Denver was trying to be a little too aggressive there. And he gets out of the pocket. I thought he could have checked his ball
This shit
down,
gonna
ran
run
a little
up.
early, but you got yourselves a chance. Being smart and safe.
Yep. Will Lutz. 28 of 32 on the year. Last week he was 4 for 4, but they were close ones, including the game winner in overtime. Here's Lutz from 54. No, it wanders right.
It is kind of windy.
It wanders off. At first it looked like maybe it was going to be a little hook kick. Faded away to nothing.
It did, and that's why the conditions, it's just difficult. And you see, to me, they needed those 5 yards to make it, and it did not cover by much. It looks like it's going to cover by a ton, but look at about 4 or 5 yards, but you're a little into the wind. I think that's why he tried to drive it a little more, pushed it.
Hey, Vrabel.
Big stop for New England.
Yeah, he says, hold on, we got the football. He's saying at the 44 with 20 seconds and a timeout, then we can give our guy a chance.
Yeah, and that's why I felt like instead of might have slid there instead of going out of bounds to make him waste the timeout, because now you have a real shot.
Here's May. And that pass incomplete. He was open too. That was Booty.
He was open, just short-armed it a little bit, and then he wants back. I can promise you, he's been one of the most accurate quarterbacks down the field this whole season. We talked about him having the highest completion percentage. Not so far today.
7 for 13 today.
If there's every time
Not a game left. Not a game. Remember, he's young too. Everyone's got to settle in.
15 seconds, and again, you complete one across the middle. You do have the timeout to set up a possible kick for Borregales.
Fucking people don't even like the Bills.
And the Broncos are excited to see his flag.
Ball start, offense number 66. 5-yard penalty, second down. 10-second
I'm surprised
the
that they
clock was
can't
not
get
running.
Campbell probably feeling Benito in his universe.
Exactly. He knows he's rushing quick, and you're young. That's a rookie. I mean, he's going to be fine. But their Achilles heel shows up again. They got exposed on that side so far, but they've been winning.
Just one penalty on each side in this game.
And he's a kicker. All the fucking odds. It's the same position I play.
All kinds of time. He's going for the deep ball. And it is not there. Sertan was right there with Booty.
Go Denver Ponies.
Play some hand check.
Go Denver
He was
Ponies.
right airtight.
This is the point we made earlier. This is a Sertan game. They're going to leave him one-on-one on a lot of routes, if not all of them, and overload the other side. You can take shots down the field all day. But Denver's saying if you're beating us, you're going through him.
They're favoring Denver.
9 seconds. 3rd and 15.
Because the way they're playing, it's like, all right, push it. Oh my God.
Run with it.
Oh my God. GNA.
Look how far he goes.
He can't field goal.
Oh, that was genius. He did it because he knew he couldn't get out of bounds before the clock ran out. He might have a second.
A game that's
Wait.
close.
The clock only ran out.
Timeout. New England, their third and final at 1 second.
1 second?
30
Are you
second
fucking
timeout.
kidding me?
How aware for a young quarterback to be running and looking at the clock at the same time and have that awareness to know I got a timeout, I got to get down. Let's make sure he did it. Right there.
Probably
Go
say
down.
the Denver versus
Yeah,
Chiefs
that's
game
the right call.
because
1 second.
And Vrabel's right there
Denver
going,
got
boom,
fucked over by
timeout.
the
Right
Chiefs
next
in
to the
that
ref.
game.
Watch Vrabel.
They
He's
went for the
saying it
field
right
goal.
there.
They had fucking too many men on
They
their
are
side.
situationally aware.
They went for it again, and then the Chiefs stopped them. That
Well,
shit was
this has got
bullshit.
a little bit of a favorable
It's probably
wind
the
at
one
your
time I
back.
felt bad for Denver.
And Andy Buragavas made a 59-yarder this year, the rookie from the University of Miami, drafted in the 6th round. This is going to be 63
Not in a
yards,
good way, in a bad way.
which would be one off the longest ever made here, 64 by Matt Prater when he was a member of the Broncos back in 2013.
He's never gonna get
Close out the
it.
half with the monster kick.
Missed!
And
Missed!
not have a chance.
Patriots missed the field goal.
His field goal attempts in the last minutes.
Holy shit, you know it's not even their
the
fucking
ugly
fault.
game we thought was
Not even their
coming.
fault because Denver missed
Both
theirs too.
defenses are
It's
great.
fucking rude.
Backup quarterback got a young quarterback who's played
That
great.
wind is
Two
whipping
kickers
over there.
miss. Tie game. What do we expect? Denver, New England, AFC title.
All right, Evan, you got it.
Coach, after that one scoring drive for Denver, what changed defensively to keep this in
Well, we
check?
just settled down a little bit. I mean, the field position was a big deal early. You know, we settled down. I'm proud of the way that we settled down and made a football game and took advantage of the turnover.
You start with the ball offensively. What do you guys need
Well,
to
we
do
just
to
got to get
generate
into a
some
rhythm.
consistency?
Yeah, we got to get into a rhythm. We got to be able to run the ball. We got to be able to, just stay balanced and, not beat ourselves, get lined up and start executing.
Mike, thanks.
Thank you.
His team managed 4 first downs, that's all, and only 72 yards of offense. But the game is tied 7-7 at the intermission, and halftime is next after these first half highlights from Verizon and a word from your local station.
Okay, Richardson, give me the tree. The holidays are done.
No way they're done.
They are.
We thought so too, Gary. But then Verizon just gave us their best deal.
4 new iPhone 17s, all on that.
Yep, and 4 lines, all for just $25.
You got anything under there for me?
It's a holiday miracle.
Our best deals are still here. Come into Verizon and get 4 iPhone 17s on us. No trade-in needed. And 4 lines for just $25 a line.
Love that spirit, folks.
Sabrina Carpenter performs live at the Grammys. CBS next Sunday.
Because you and I are.
Dear Winter, we're coming. Our squad of vehicles, with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, is ready to take you on. Safety is the name of our game. Bundle up. Toyota. Right now, you can lease Tacoma for just $259 a month or get 2.99% APR for a full 72 months on a new Tundra. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
William Matar has a reputation for being a good guy.
Because I am a good guy.
For being focused on motor vehicle accident cases.
Because I focus on motor vehicle accidents.
For fighting for his clients.
Because I fight for my clients.
If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident, it matters who you hire. It matters in the experience as well as the results. Call William Matar. Visit WilliamMatar.com.
It's crazy.
Hi, I'm Jim Roberts at 716gas.com. We've been helping homeowners across West New York sell their homes quickly. No repairs, no fees, no stress. There's a reason we've been the most trusted home buyer for over 30 years. Life happens, whether it's unexpected bills, you inherited a property, or a home that you just feel is too overwhelming. You're not alone. If you need to sell your home fast for any reason, call us today or visit 716cash.com. We're here to help. No pressure, just solutions.
There's a name for that feeling. Comfort.
Friday, February 27th.
Looks like I'm officially Boston PD.
And that badge that you wear connects us to a family that is much bigger than us.
Boston Blue is all new CBS Friday, February 27th and streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is why we do this every March.
As the
Wow, you laughed at it. I just can't remember what the fuck it was.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report.
It was around the time when you were saying she was, evil service.
Jarrett Stidham and the Broncos mostly did the right things early, controlling the clock, making the smart play, and finding the end zone. But one costly mistake from Stidham led to a Patriots answer, and the things are all knotted at the half at 7. Welcome back to Howard Field and Mile High in the Verizon Halftime Report, the best 5G network in America. There's only one best. JB along with Coach Nate, Kirk, and Kyle. Let's take a look at the player breakdown.
Yeah, and here are some key plays. Check it out right here. Stidham just retreating on 4th down. They don't get it. Great job by the defense here. He's retreating, trying to push the ball away. It actually turned into a fumble. They said it was intentional. They changed that afterwards. And then that leads to the run by Drake May, using his legs, something I believe he should do a little bit more often.
Patriots missed their field goal.
The field goal. With the wind, maybe a factor, wide right. And here's the QB comparison, Kirk.
Yes, really, Christian Gonzalez and Hawkins, the safety, were not on the same page here. Gonzalez playing outside leverage. Hawkins' eyes are looking for the crosser. Gonzalez doesn't seem all that concerned about letting the post route go. Great throw by Jarrett Stidham, great catch. That was really the most offense we saw from either team in the entire first half. And then the design play action rollout was, well, great play design by Sean Payton. Safety's eyes get in the backfield. Easy touchdown for Cortland Sutton.
Stidham seems to really fit his defense, though. There you can see that comparison right there. And again, Stidham looks much more comfortable than Drake May, because Drake May's been under siege with his defense. He took the one shot down the field at Booty. Surtain was all over it. It's the only time they had a chance to go down the field, because after that, it was nothing but the Denver pressure. Here you're going to see Crew Robinson on this bootleg right here, takes him down. And Zach Allen, we talked about how big of a player he would have to step up in this game. He tries to step up, and he's right there. 3 sacks in the first half for the Denver Broncos, and again, total yards 72, and only 3 of 8 on 3rd down. It's very right now in the second half. The Denver Broncos get the ball, Kyle. They got to do something with it. They got no rhythm on offense.
Yeah, and they got to go back to what they were doing with Stidham early in the game. Get the ball out of his hands, in the playmaker's hands, outside when you see pressure. And for New England, what you're saying about Drake May, that's what I'm seeing. He's sped up. We don't see those downtown throws happening time and time again. They're going to have to figure out a way to mitigate that 4-man rush in the Denver Broncos, Coach.
Yeah, and I'd love to see Drake May use his legs a little bit more. We know that Denver defense, they are disciplined when it comes to their rush lanes, but his athletic ability is a factor. On the other side, when it comes to Stidham, the wide receivers are going to have to whip their heads around a little bit faster. That ball is coming out quickly. Yes. I don't know if it's the pressure, but when you come out that break, find the quarterback, find the ball, and get your hands up ready to catch it.
Timing was a little bit off, which is to be expected, but there were a couple passes where Cortland Sutton's eyes aren't around, or the ball's a little bit behind him. Just, they're not all on the same page, to be expected. I also think that, when you've played, you have to feel for the rush. When you haven't been playing, you're wearing a red jersey in practice, it's harder to feel when you need to get rid of the football, when you take a sack, and I think that fumble kind of led to that.
And in the second half, New England's going to get the ball here. I say get back to the running game. That's what you do best. And you got to stay with the attempts. The yards will come. That will also set up the play-action game. You think like that. And for Stidham, I don't even go back to Denver. Get back to running the football. We talked about in the first half. Points are at a premium. You get a chance to take a field goal, you take it.
And I think New England, to your point, they have to find a way to build confidence for that front 5 offensive lineman. If they don't, it's going to be uphill sledding all day for Drake May in this offense.
Yeah, and remember, live to play another down. Throw the ball away. You talk about it all the time, Kirk. Understanding that flipping the field, playing the field position game is okay.
It's a defensive struggle, and we got a whole half. There's a lot of football left. You saw how many possession changes happened in the last 1 minute. So
the wind is coming. It's getting colder. It's getting harder to throw the ball and kick the ball.
Oh, it's cold to you right now?
Wind's picking up. Snow's starting to fall.
It's fun to you.
And that player breakdown was brought to you by Verizon. And the Verizon Halftime Report will continue after these messages.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. Verizon, the best 5G network in America. There's only one best.
In the movie, the
How many more shots am I going to get?
We want your blood. We want your sweat. We want your tears.
Feels like a high school reunion meets like a massacre.
That's how you make history. That's how you create a legacy.
Survivor 50, new milestone season begins CBS February 25th and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Only the best rise into legend. NFL Honors with host John Hamm and the NFL's most prestigious awards on the line.
We have the power to be the change that we want to see.
NFL Honors presented by Invisalign, Thursday, February 5th.
I built tournament champions for the best chefs to etch their names in culinary history. But this season, for the first time, 4 icons stepped in. Enter the arena, where legends are made.
Season premiere, Tournament of Champions. Check your local listings.
Why does that look like
The league's biggest stars shine on a brand new stage, celebrating the season with an AFC-NFC showdown, flag football style. One game, all the sellies. The 2026 Pro Bowl games.
Chuck something at Napoleon's face.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. Verizon, the best 5G network in America. There's only one best.
Smacks him in the fucking face with it, and he rides off. And they said he needed to ride off.
It's halftime in Denver. Patriots and Broncos knotted at 7. And we're back with the start of the second half after this message and a word from your local station.
Yo, we would have won the Super Bowl this year, too. We didn't get fucked over.
I'll never share your studies with Casey.
No, because someone said there's actually a rule. If you look it up, they made it a rule.
But I dig his hat.
A new era of Yellowstone begins on Marshall's CBS Sunday, March 1st. Noon Monday, February 23rd.
Get the team in position.
There's something else going on. Something bigger.
Something like that. FBI returns followed by the new series CIA, CBS February 23rd.
For extreme winter storm coverage, join me tomorrow on the CBS Evening News.
A blind spot that's never out of sight. How it should be. The Hyundai Tucson. Now, lease a Hyundai Tucson SE for $249 a month, or get 0% APR for 60 months. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Knowing there's a solid roof over everything you've built. There's a name for that feeling.
We could have called them and we did.
Call today for 50% off and pay nothing until 2027.
He knew that was the catch, but he just was like, eh.
If you've been injured in a car crash, here's what Selena Law wants you to know about the insurance company. They want you to talk to them, but you definitely shouldn't.
They don't want to pay you, but they absolutely can. They want you to take their first offer, but you can do better.
They don't see you as a person, but we do.
At Selena Law, we make it tough on the insurance company while making it easier on you.
Injured? Call the Ace.
Town Hyundai's winter sales event is on in Orchard Park. This month, lease a new 2026 Hyundai Kona SE all-wheel drive for $189 a month. You heard it right, only $189 a month while they last. Hurry into town today.
It's the same thing.
Your perfect winter getaway is calling. Escape to the great outdoors. Relax and unwind in style. From the bright lights of the big city to the wide open places beyond it. And everywhere in between. New York State, everything you love. Plan your trip at iloveny.com.
What is it that makes an SUV extraordinary?
Maybe it's the capability to tackle absurd obstacles.
The all-new Hyundai Palisade. Now, lease a Hyundai Palisade SE for $329 a month, or get 3.99% APR for 60 months. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Briarwood Wine and Spirits will be your new favorite wine and liquor store.
The NFL is sponsored by Intuit TurboTax. With TurboTax, Now Taxes is filing with a trusted expert who can get you the most money back. Now this is taxes.
He's literally like fucking 14 days old.
Don't get no better than this, dog.
Caught for a touchdown. Cortland Sutton.
May chased and thrown down. Taking off is May. Drake May
I was in great
for the New England touchdown.
Great shape. I actually played, like say after I played for Riverside and all that,
Welcome back to the AFC Championship presented by Intuit TurboTax. 2 quarters to go. The winner to advance to Santa Clara, California, and Super Bowl 60. Let's take a look at Perfect Pairs presented by Pepsi.
Well, you saw early in the game, they came right out on the second drive and then threw a touchdown after the long play, and you're like, here we go. We're going to go ahead and win by 14 and 21, right? No. New England's for real, and I think that's been the biggest difference right now is they got that great start, which was actually a great thing because now you start to think Denver can win the game, but then New England came right back with a huge turnover, one or two great plays, and then one or two bad plays. And I think Drake May's got to get going a little bit. I think he's a little too protective. Don't you think, Jim?
Well, I think there's a lot of elements to have something to play with that, including that pass rush, the cold weather, all of that.
It's very hard.
But Denver has 2-1 advantage in yardage, but they're tied. There were two really pivotal plays in that first half. The decision not to go for the field goal and the failure to pick it up on 4th and 1. And then, of course, the Stidham mistake that led 2 plays later to the Drake May touchdown.
And I think you just said it right there. This game is going to come down. It feels like a play here, a play there. This is not like here comes fireworks, right? We're going to see 7, 8 big-time plays. It's about protecting the ball, field position, and make the big play when it counts.
D. Ernest Johnson fields it to start the third quarter, and he's just barely across the 30 as we now play the second half with snow flurries. Earlier, Tracy caught up with Sean Payton.
Coach, that early touchdown seemed to get Jared into a rhythm, but then the pressure's gotten to him. What was the message to him in the locker room?
We had good field position most of that first half. We're getting a little bit more pressure. We got to do a good job adjusting here at halftime. Defensively, we've been outstanding. So the only score was when we turned it over. So the second half will be ready.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, they start with the quick toss to Diggs to pick up 5 to start the drive.
And like one of the key things for a young quarterback, and really any quarterback in general, the turnovers he's had in the postseason, Jim, that really does affect you because the coaching staff and everyone says no turnovers this week. You got to protect the ball. You don't fumble. Don't throw an interception. That's how we win these games. And I feel like he's just been a little gun shy to start the game because you hear that all week. He doesn't have the turnover yet, but he's also not letting go of the ball. I would give him a little more freedom in this half.
He's had 5 turnovers in the first 2 playoff games. None today. Stevenson able to fall backwards for maybe a yard or 2. Of course, the weather for the Houston game was just horrendous.
That's anybody. Everyone's going to turn the ball over at some point in those conditions. And now the weather's changing here. Welcome to Denver, Jim.
Except us losing to a crazy-ass pitch.
So Vrabel decided to defer at the top. We'll see what they can make out of it on this opening drive of the second half. A 3rd and 3.
One of the toughest looks that you can give. They've done it all year to quarterbacks. You got to decipher this. Who's coming, who's not, where they are.
A couple back off, and they run it with Stevenson. He's close. I think he might have fallen right on the line needed.
2018.
What a big-time call by Josh McDaniels. You're going to give us this crazy look where we don't know what we have to do in the pass game. We'll just run it right at you and get the first down, move the chains. That's huge for field position and for the ability for you to go down and score. And Stevenson has played great this year. Big one there.
Yeah, he ran right into the back of his right tackle, Morgan Moses. But he was still able to fall forward and had the presence to know where he had to go. He's had over 100 yards from scrimmage on average in these 2 playoff games before today. And here he is again. A hard-earned one. And Evan, down to you.
Yeah, Jim, the conditions, as you laid out, they've changed dramatically, and it heightens the awareness for Drake May in terms of ball security. 6 fumbles the last 2 games. It was something they talked about this week in practice, having 2 hands on the ball. Josh McDaniels brought it up to us last night. And Tony, I know you had thoughts on how he needs to maneuver in that pocket.
You're exactly right, Evan. I mean, that to me was a big thing, and part of that, though, is scary because it's like he's going to be gun-shy a little bit. He's got to let it go in the second half, but you're exactly right. He's got to protect the ball.
Stevenson barrels ahead for the first down all the way to the Denver 46. And how big will the running game be for these two teams in the second half? Did you see a big burst on this play?
Everything. I mean, to me, this was going to be the game. If New England was going to win, they needed to give the ball to Stevenson and let him just go downhill like this. The problem is Denver is a great defense. Buffalo is a bad matchup for them. I felt like Denver's a bad matchup for New England, but if they can run the ball, everything calms down. Drake May has to make a few off-schedule throws if they're going to win, I believe.
That was a 12-yard run, the longest rush by the Patriots, other than May's scramble at the end of the first half. Henderson comes in for Stevenson, and the rookie, who's a member of Ohio State's national championship team a year ago, has about 4. It's a 1-2 tandem that has worked very effectively at times this season. Henderson has been quiet in the post, but he's got breakaway speed and had 4 carries this year that went over 50 yards for touchdowns.
And we're not even talking about the speed he had on those carries because he is explosive.
2nd and 6, and another extra lineman comes in.
A lot of jumbo, a lot of nub sets.
Look at the Broncos. Bust across, including Jonah Ellis. It's a loss of 3.
This is the chess match that happens. I mean, if you look, there's no receiver. That's offensive lineman out there playing tight end. The other side of the wide receivers, Josh McDaniels versus Vance Joseph, the defensive coordinator. These guys go against each other so many times, you got to change something up, see who does it on this play.
They've run it 6 straight plays, but now it's a 3rd and 9. Benito trying to get around the edge. May felt him and took off. And May's got a first
my
down.
fucking God.
He's wide open to the 20 and out of bounds at the 15.
They're just let him run right by. That's
to me, this is watch the left side of the offensive line right here. You're going to have to seal that right there, and it actually ends up being Stevenson sealing the edge so that way May can run. Nobody's better than Drake May at running right up the middle. We've seen Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, but really he runs right up the middle, and that was a lot because of Stevenson there.
That's the longest play by the Patriots today. Went for 28. There's Stevenson trying to find an opening waiting, but it's no gain. May now, Tony, has 3 rush attempts for 50 yards.
I told you before the game, he's got to have off-schedule plays for them to win. I don't believe that you can just run these plays and beat Denver in Denver. He has to have the off-schedule plays, do the things that are a little bit outside the bounds of what we drew up on a play sheet, and he's done that right there, and the biggest play of the game was him doing it. He needs to continue doing that, create stuff. That's how they're going to win.
2nd and 10.